Hi there. Okay. So, in Wales and all around the UK, we are pleased today that Tommy Robinson, dare we say his name, is being released from prison next week. And just about right, actually, about time. The poor man suffered enough, whether you support him or don't. As a reform, of course, we have to be very careful with the way we approach the TR situation. We have to admire him. We have to follow what he says, agree or disagree, but obviously he's not part of reform. He doesn't want to be, not going to be. So when he's out, he'll do what he's got to do. He's not going to be anything to do with reform, but just from a humanitarian point of view, from a human being locked in solitary confinement just for posting a video was pretty ridiculous. Obviously, the bad news is, of course, that Lucy Connolly did not win her appeal to get early release from prison, so she's still stuck in the slammer. 31 months she had for one post on Facebook, and most sensible people think that was just ridiculous, over the top. And of course, they couldn't possibly have two wins in the same day. So she's been the scapegoat. She's lost her appeal. She's stuck in there, away from her kids, away from her husband and her family. Poor woman, just for a bad Facebook post. We know that it was irresponsible. She took it down after 3 hours, and she's apologised, but still, I'm afraid she's paying the price, a heavy price. Reform, though, in Wales continue their upward trajectory, and there was a big meeting on Saturday just gone with Matt Goodwin in as the guest speaker in Bridgend. I didn't go, but it was a fantastic meeting. I was busy elsewhere, unfortunately, with my singing and what have you. Really great, good turnout, nice crowd of people. Good, sensible, responsible adults, or mostly in their 40s, 50s, 60s, some in their 70s, a few in their 80s possibly. Just just good people out to see a Reform UK meeting, to witness a good guest speaker. He's brilliant, Matt Goodwin. He does a lot of work now on GB News. He's a dedicated Reform UK spokesman, and he will be a prominent figure in the future. And Reform still riding high in the charts, in the polls, I should say. The last poll, of course, put Plaid Cymru in the lead, which was a bit surprising. 30%, Reform, a very good 25%. But that was a very dodgy poll run by a company called Barn Cymru. Very much strong Welsh nationalists, and I think they skewed that towards Plaid Cymru, because I can't see that there's that much support for Plaid Cymru. Certainly in this area around South Wales, they might have their pockets of support up north, not west, but they're not going to be the driving force. And of course, if you do vote Plaid Cymru, all you're going to do there is end up with a Plaid Cymru Labour alliance when we go to the Senate elections next May. So Reform now concentrating all the elections are over in England, the council. So now it will be Wales and Scotland, and Ireland, the Senate elections, the rural elections, and the Irish elections. That will be the focus point. And Nigel is quite sensible. He knows that Wales is the big opportunity. The Senate elections next May offer us a brilliant opportunity, and it's time now to get cracking, to get going. Candidate selection is on its way. It's being done at this moment. People have got the opportunity to apply to be candidates in the Senate election. Very important that we pick good, experienced, sensible business people, people who understand all the areas that we need to cover: education, health, defence, the economy, immigration, law and order. All these things, we want people who understand it. People like me who've just been shop managers, probably not going to cut the mustard in the higher echelons, but I'd love to stand. I'd love to be in the Senate. I have applied. I'd love to be in there, fighting the cause and shaking up those socialists in there. We need to get Labour and Plaid out, and it is essential that now that we put the accelerator down and make sure Reform gets in. I've calculated that we would need around about 40 to 45 candidates to win seats for Reform to take overall control in the Senate, for us to be the majority party. Very tough target. You need to win 3 seats in each of the 16 super constituencies, which that is pushing it a bit. We're probably looking like we would probably get about 30 to 25 to 30, which is, again, that is a brilliant result, but it would make us as the secondary party in Wales. Plaid Cymru could win it, but even if they don't, if we became the number one party, obviously it would be a feather in our cap and brilliant. But of course, then if Plaid were very close behind, they would mix their votes with Labour, and Labour and Plaid would take over as the ruling party in Wales. So that's a pretty horrible thought, but we really have got to get some really big results in next May for reform. Possibly bring the Tories on board with us, not something we relish, and really they're so low in their opinions that they might not be much use to us. They might only have 3 or 4 seats. They might not even be significant. So all to play for next May, and it'll start off. It starts off with a big event on Saturday, June the 7th in Cardiff, Village Hotel Cardiff. Really good, and I'm hoping to be there, and that'll be a South Wales sort of reform event again. It's sort of a kickstart for this campaign. Keep it going. Some good speakers there, and really be great to meet our friends, and for the whole of South Wales to sort of get together as a one man, one army, a one nation army to fight this horrible Labour socialist government we have. I mean, it's just this going to the Senate, watching First Minister's questions just now. Even the Conservatives are sort of more liberal than the Conservatives. Plaid Cymru with their crazy Welsh nationalist policies. So much to do. So Saturday, June the 7th, I'll see you in Cardiff, and we'll see what else happens in the summer. This could be a really big summer now where reform really take off. It's going to be hard work, but support reform.